Welcome to the Camden County Chamber of Commerce's Get in Your Business podcast, your go-to source for all things small business in Camden County. I'm your host, Alison Shores, and each week we'll be diving into the heart of our community, bringing you inspiring interviews with local small business owners, insightful discussions on issues that matter, and the latest on events that could impact your business. Plus, don't miss out on our expert tips to help your business grow and thrive. Whether you're a budding entrepreneur or a seasoned business pro, this is the podcast for you. So let's get down to business. What's up, Camden County? Alison Shores, Camden County Chamber of Commerce, and you are catching the 14th episode of the Getting in Your Business podcast. And this podcast is made possible by our Chairman Circle sponsors, Comcast Business, Georgia Power Company, Hargray, Plug Power, Radiant, St. Mary's DDA, TDS Telecom, and Ameris Bank. So let's get down to business. Today, I have got Dori Brink from Friends of Crooked River, and I'm so excited. Hey, Dori.
Allison, thank you so much for bringing me to Getting in Your Business.
Yes.
I've got some business for you.
Yes. So here's the thing. I talked to Terry Landreth a couple episodes ago about outdoor recreation in Camden County. And one of the things that he talked about in there was Crooked River State Park. And I was like, oh, well, I know somebody that knows a lot about that. And so I really wanted to take some time and talk to you about what Crooked River State Park has to offer our community, because there's so much. But let's start with, I don't know if people know what Friends of Crooked River means. So what is Friends of Crooked River?
So Friends of Crooked River State Park is an organization. We're a nonprofit 501c3 that is in place to preserve, protect, and promote the state park. It's one of Georgia's natural resources, and it's a key thing in our community. There are 60 chapters throughout the state for all the other state parks.
So every state park has a Friends of.
That's right.
I love that.
Absolutely. So part of what we do is to educate the community on what's natural in our area. We also do this through immersive experiences and through programming. And we also do fundraising to get those things that the park doesn't necessarily have a budget for.
Yeah, so let's start talking about all the fun things that you can do at Crooked River. We'll call it an immersive experience.
The immersive experience.
Yes. So because, one thing I always hear is there's nothing to do here. Well, there's a lot to do. You just have to explore a little bit. And we're in a beautiful area. So we take that for granted sometimes. There's so much to do. It just happens to be outside.
That's right.
So let's talk about it. I'm sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
That's okay. So let me tell you a little bit about the facts of Crooked River State Park. We do have 500 acres.
500 acres.
500 acres at Crooked River State Park. We're over 75 years old. We have 67 campsites. Most of them are full hookup, which means they have water, sewer, electric. And we also have a Pioneer campground, which allows for about 60 tents. So you want to have a family reunion, a Boy Scout.
So you can do
RV or tent.
Okay.
Or some people even do car camping, and we allow that as well.
Okay.
We have 2 fabulous group shelters. We use those. We rent those out to the community.
Okay. We call those group shelters. And I get a little... I'm like, that's not what it is. Because it is one at the group shelter 2 for sure is beautiful.
They are actually venues.
Yes, we need to call them venues.
More appropriately titled. In the Department of Natural Resource world, we call them group shelters.
Right, I get it.
So both of them have full commercial kitchens. They come with their tables and chairs. The smaller one holds 85 people. The larger one is 135. Oh, wow. They're both right along the river. So you have spectacular views.
And you have space. You also have outside space. There's, especially on group shelter 2, there's all that space right there that you can do anything. You can grill, you can, it's just fun.
Absolutely. And then we also have 4 picnic shelters. Okay. So just imagine a carport with several picnic tables underneath it, very affordably priced.
Listen, I've done many birthday parties like that.
That's right.
So, okay. I grew up doing that, Go ahead.
That's right. So those are the basic facts about Crooked River State Park, but things to do, oh my gosh, there's more than just fishing. Even though we are a coastal community and we're right on the river, our bait shop is one of the best in the state. It has fresh bait. Our bait is housed in water directly from the river. Oh. We have a direct line. The friends purchased several new bait tanks for the bait shop at the price of like $2,000 each.
Oh, wow.
So that's part of our function to provide those kind of things. Going along with the water theme, we have ranger-led kayak trips. We can do them at sunrise. We do them at sunset. We base it on the
that's
tide.
amazing because I mean, I don't have a kayak.
Right.
So if I could use one of yours, is that possible?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. We do at least one kayak trip a month, generally twice. And this is the season. Come on out.
It's so much fun and it's such a cool experience, especially if you've never done it before.
Exactly.
It's such a cool experience. And you can do that all right there at Crooked River State Park.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So you don't have to jump on a kayak and try something brand spanking new. If you can walk, you can ride, you can scoot in your wheelchair, you can hike.
Yeah.
So some people, when you say hike, you think of something very, very strenuous. We're a very flat land. So all of our trails are very wide, 5 to 6 feet wide, flat, covered with leaves or pine straw. So they're very, very clean. Along those walks or trails, you'll see lots of different birds, native shrubbery, critters.
Yeah. But it's fun because you can take your dog out walking.
That's right.
You know, and a lot of people, they always ask me like, where do you take your dog to walk? You know, and I'm like, there's so many different places that you can take them around here for great scenery.
Yes.
You know,
and once you get back on a trail, most of them are covered with different types of forest. And so it's very shaded. So it's much cooler than it is being out in the beat the sun. Also along those one of the trails has a storybook on it. Oh. Our storybook trail. So bring your grands and your littles out. Maybe they don't even know how to read yet, but our books are very colorful, very animated looking. And the children love to run up there and tell their version of what's happening in those pictures. So it's appropriate for all age levels. And we change that book out probably about 4 or 5 times a year. And they're very kid appropriate.
I love that. Now, I may be jumping the gun here, but something that we cut the ribbon on years ago, I can't remember when that was.
Yeah,
Time kind of
3 or 4 years
was
ago.
the Nature Center.
Yeah.
Okay, that place is so cool.
It is very cool. Unfortunately, it's closed this week because we're hosting Junior Ranger Camp, and that is their base. But typically, it's open 7 days a week, 10 to 4, depending on volunteers that are available. You can always call the park ahead of time and see if it's open that day. And at the Nature Center, we have 5 different species of turtles. We have a corn snake, and he's very unusual because he's part albino.
Okay, now you just need to know that I don't love snakes.
Oh, yeah. They can be so beneficial.
As long as you keep them in a tank where they cannot get out to me, I will go in and look. But you do have snakes.
Yes, we do. We also have some very cool toads.
Yeah.
And something that we've just added in the last month is a bug exhibit.
What?
So we have a new ranger that just graduated from the University in Georgia.
Okay.
And she is our resident bug expert.
Wow.
Yes. So she doesn't mind going out in the woods, finding some critters, letting them crawl all over her arms and her hands. And she can tell you a million facts about it. Listen, I'm not a bug person either. But once she showed me this beetle that she was creating a nest for, I went home and found out I had them in some dead wood on the ground.
So you learned something.
Yes. And I was no longer afraid of them.
Oh, okay. That's not going to happen with me and snakes. But maybe the critters, maybe the little bugs or insects or whatever she has.
I would rather have the snake crawl on me than a critter. But there you go.
Oh, no.
So along with the animals that are there, we have to take care of them, right? So we offer programs to teach you how to take care of them. It could be the feeding of the turtles, making their salad. They get like lots of fresh fruits and vegetables. So that's one program we offer. We offer information about their life cycle as well as nesting. So, and the difference between wild animals and domestic animals. Not all animals are made to be in your home. And not all home animals are made to be out in the forest.
Listen, I asked my husband if we could get a tiger, and he was like, what? No, you're not. What? I'm like, But like I saw this baby tiger and like playing with humans and like loving it. And I'm like, yes, I want a baby tiger. He's like,
See?
no.
And that's what happens. People see the small infant size of animals
so
and think they're so cute and
Mm-hmm.
cuddly. And then they get to a point where you're either over it or they're
Or maybe they're over it.
or they're
you
too
know?
big to handle.
Yes.
So some people turn them loose in the wild, which is not appropriate.
Yeah.
And we have organizations in place that will rescue those types of animals.
Oh, wow.
And all of our animals did come from a rescue situation.
Really?
We don't just carry them out of the forest and bring them inside.
Yeah. Thank you for telling us that.
Yeah.
So what else we got? Because you did just have a mini golf course or mini putt? How do I say that correctly?
We like to call it mini golf.
Mini golf. Okay, mini golf. See, I want to get it right.
There you go.
But you just got that. It's redone. It's nice. Like
Yes.
open.
Last year, it was closed for about a month as we made some repairs to the concrete areas and removed some stanchions that were out there, got it all painted, got new green turf in there. So it's ready to rock and roll. And let me tell you, $5,
Yeah.
you can golf all day.
That's what I was going to ask you. I'm like, first of all, it's super cheap.
Yes.
Like, you know? So, yeah. How do they go? Do they just go to the office?
Yes, they go to the park office and they rent their putter and their ball, and you can keep it all day. We don't capture the balls after your game, after your 18 holes are done.
Oh,
So you can golf
that's
for
really
a little
cool.
bit
Okay.
and then go run in the forest or take a break, eat your picnic lunch,
Yeah.
and then come back and play another game.
Now, I don't know if most people know that you have some really nice cabins back there.
We do.
And the scenery that comes along with those little cabins,
You are absolutely
it is amazing. When you took me back there like a year ago, maybe, I was like, what? It's so beautiful. Like, I want to rent one. And
Do
so
it.
I could go out there and just escape for a little. Like, they're so pretty. So talk about some of those, because I don't know how many units or anything like that.
So we have 11 cabins. 3 of them are 3-bedroom cabins.
Oh, wow.
And the remaining are 2-bedroom cabins. They come complete with all your linens, all your dishes, pots and pans, full-size refrigerator with a freezer, ice maker, microwave, oven,
It's got it all.
stove.
You got everything you need.
Yep. And they have screened-in porches. And there's also an area in the grassy area behind the cabins that's screened in, where it has picnic tables, and every cabin has its own grill and fire pit.
Oh, wow.
So if you are renting several cabins or you rent one cabin and you bring a bunch of friends to have a cookout, you have that screened in shelter to do your cookout in.
I love it. That's so nice.
We recently had a wedding back there.
Really?
They rented-
Oh, I bet that was beautiful.
They rented 6 cabins
Yeah.
and utilized the area behind the cabins.
I hadn't even thought about doing that, but that's a great idea.
Absolutely. They're very affordable. Come out
Yeah.
to the park, give the park a call. Check out our Facebook, both for Friends of Crooked River or for Crooked River State Park, and you'll get some information there on pricing and availability.
Yeah. Now, are you going to touch any on the bats?
Our bats, like a baseball bat?
No.
Critter
Not that.
bats.
Critter bats.
Critter
yeah.
bats. Critter bats are actually mammals. Yes. And being a forested area and a wide open area, we have lots of bats. We have lots of bugs for them to eat. So we do have multi-colony bat houses throughout the park. We also have single colony ones. And you have to come at dusk to check it out and see the flight of the bats.
That's so cool. What about bees?
Bees, we currently do not have an educational beehive. We did for a while.
Yeah.
Our bees got quite ill, and our beekeeper went out of business. So we're in the process. We have any beekeepers out there?
Yeah,
we're
listen up, beekeepers.
We're looking for some beekeeping programs at the state park. We currently purchase our honey from St. Mary's Middle School, Future Farmers of
the
America.
FFA. Yeah.
Yes, and we sell their
That's where I
honey.
get mine too.
Yes, we sell their honey in our gift shop. Part of the proceeds go back to FFA, and part of the proceeds go for the projects that Friends of Crooked River have.
Oh, that's
On
exciting.
their schedule.
Look
Yes.
at y'all partnering up.
That's right.
You know that makes my heart so happy when I
There
get to
you
see all
go.
y'all partnering together.
That's right. That's right. Well, we enjoy doing it as well.
Yeah. So what else do we have?
So we have hikes and walks and the Storybook Trail. We also have, excuse me, we also have an outdoor exercise area with equipment.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes. You can strengthen your muscles. You can stretch your body all outdoors.
So you could do some yoga, some strength training, some of it all.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, when did y'all do that? Have you always had it? I just don't know.
It's been more than a few years.
Man,
yes.
I'm behind. I'm sorry.
There you go.
I try to keep it all straight, but there's legit so much.
There you go. And we, I think it was last year that we put in a very new playground. It has 2 xylophones in it.
What?
It has climbing apparatus. There are no swings. It does have slides. And the ground that all the playground equipment is on is that spongy soft stuff.
Oh.
So we have
see
one.
what y'all did there.
Yeah, we have one playground that is designed for children under the age of 5. And then the other, which is covered, it has some sailcloth over the top of it so it keeps the sun off. And then the other playground, which is adjacent to the toddler one, is for ages 5 and above.
Okay.
But I know several below 5 kids that work on that big playground.
That's so interesting. I love how much attention to detail y'all take with everything you do. You know,
it's
everything that's done at that park. Somebody has paid attention to every little detail, trying to make it the best experience for the people that come out there, you know?
Jump on in.
Yeah.
We also have a program for riding bikes. I talked about the trails.
Yeah.
You can also ride on the streets. And twice a month, the park manager hosts a sunset ride.
Oh.
And you don't even have to bring your own bike.
Y'all have bikes?
We have bikes for rent. Yes, we do. We just spent quite a bit of money to upgrade our bikes and the organization of them. We put in a new bike repair kit that is a commercial grade.
I saw Terry putting that little thing in. There was a picture of Terry, I thought, doing that.
That was our maintenance supervisor.
Was it? I thought it was Terry Landry. Because anytime I see anything with bikes, I'm like, oh, that's Terry.
That's right.
So I apologize.
Yes. No,
but yeah,
okay.
that's awesome.
Yes. So we have little bikes, like 16-inch, 18-inch bikes for the little people with training wheels. We also have, 24, 26, 28-inch bikes. Yeah. We have tandem bikes. Sounds like a date night.
Okay.
Girls' night, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
We also have brand new baby seats for 3 of our 26-inch bikes.
Okay.
Very nice.
So you can bring the whole family.
Safe. That's right. And we have adult tricycles.
That's where I need to be. Give me that tricycle.
I'll tell you what, adult trikes are not as easy as they look.
But it looks so cool.
It is very cool. And it even has a basket on it so you can put your picnic in there.
See. Yes. Okay.
So, and of course you can bring your own bikes out as well.
Yeah.
And the repair station is right up front near the bike shed, adjacent to the park office. It has commercial grade tools on it, has an air pump on it. It even has a stand where you can set your bike up higher than being on the ground. So you can work at a more of an eye level.
I hear you. Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's nice. What else we got?
We talked about our different programming. Let me talk a little bit more about that programming.
Okay, go ahead.
Because we're in the process, I told you about our bug lady.
Yeah.
We're in the process of building a bug nest.
What does that mean?
It's going to be about 4 feet wide and maybe 6 feet tall. And there'll be a variety of nests created in that bug.
All kind of different bugs?
Different kinds of bugs. And so when you walk through the woods, you'll be able to tell what that nest is.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
And we'll have programming to go along with it. And crafts. When we do programming, we also provide a craft. So children and adults can learn more about the critters.
And I think that's great because I'm a hands-on learner. You can talk to me all day long, but you got to put it in my hands and let me see how it works so I can figure it out for myself. Otherwise, I won't get it.
I'm with you. I'm with you. So we also do dissections of squid.
Wait, what?
Yes. We have squid that you can dissect, open them up, take out their little ink well, and write your name.
Man, this is like, for a kid that's all into science and stuff, this is like heaven.
Yes, exactly. We have stargazing programs. We have a super wham-a-dime telescope. Well, you can actually see craters on the moon when we're scoping.
And you have that out there at the park for people they can take advantage of that.
We do. Yes. Yep.
Are there more programs? Do you still have more to tell me about?
There's more programs.
What else?
A schedule comes out every month, and it talks about the different programs that you do.
Is this schedule online somewhere where they can?
It is online. Thank you for asking that. It's on the Friends of Crooked River Facebook page.
Okay.
It's also on our webpage.
Okay. Now, is there like a Crooked River State Park webpage and a Friends of Crooked River State Park?
Yes. Okay. Because Crooked River State Park comes up under Department of Natural Resources.
Yes. Okay. I see.
So they have their separate, and then Friends of Crooked River comes under the state Friends of Georgia State Parks umbrella. Okay. So we both share information and post that way.
Good deal.
Plants and native plants. And why is it so important to have native plants? Our bees and butterflies, bats, all of our pollinator animals need natives to produce what they need to do and to survive and to move along. So all the plants around the nature center, not all, most of them will be native plants.
Okay.
And then also in other areas throughout the park that we didn't even have to plant them. They just come there naturally. So there's berry bushes along the Storybook Trail that people use to make dyes out of. You could do your own tie-dye shirt with those berries.
What?
Don't eat them.
Man, yeah, I was just joking about that the other day. If we were ever having to survive, I'd be the one that would be like, here, eat this berry. It's fine.
Yeah. you need some of that pickle bush that's in the marshland. We also do geology programs and archaeology programs.
Oh, wow. Doing some digging?
Yeah, we're digging it. Birding is becoming more and more popular.
Listen,
at River
I
State
have
Park.
learned all about this place being the place to watch birds. And I had no idea that there was such a huge bird watching population. And like, people love this stuff. And I have actually gotten into birds just by being here because there are so many unique ones that I haven't even ever seen before. You know? So it's like when I got to do this, was it spoonbill? Did I say that right?
Yes, the spoonbill, roseate spoonbill.
Yes. I was like, wait, what? Like, it's really cool. And we have all these birds here. Go ahead, bird watching.
Right. Yeah, so wading birds, if you go to the pond that is between the campground and the bird blind, there's a pond there where the alligator resides, lots of turtles, and you'll see a lot of different wading birds in that area. They also do nesting there.
That's awesome.
So between fishing, kayaking, biking, walking, hiking, renting picnic shelters, group shelter,
There's
venues.
so much going on out there. Like, and I really don't think people realize, you hear state park, you're like, oh, state park, just stuff to look at. No, there's stuff to do and get active.
That's right.
So, and I know that this all takes like a lot of fundraising efforts on your part.
It does.
Friends of Crooked River.
One of the ways that we do make money is the state Friends of Georgia State Parks and Historic Sites. They will pay Friends of Crooked River $2 for every hour of volunteer work.
Really?
Up to 3,000 hours a year.
Oh, wow.
So
I didn't know that.
Yes. And so all the hours that any volunteer works, we put them into a software program. The state cuts us a check every quarter, and we use that $6,000 to purchase the things that the park needs or wants to make their job easier and to make it a more fun experience for the community and our visitors.
I think I saw something that's actually coming up soon in July, maybe, for fundraising. Don't you have something going on?
Well, it's not a fundraiser.
What is it?
But it is a community event.
Oh, community event.
With a superheroes theme.
Stop it.
So when I say superheroes to you, Allison, what do you think of? The cartoon characters?
Yes.
So you can come to our event and you can dress as your superhero.
Oh.
And the things that you will find at our Party in the Park health and wellness event that is going to be a true family fun day.
Yeah.
There'll be mental health screenings. You can have your glucose and your blood pressure checked. There's a variety of different health organizations that are going to be there to help counsel you on different aspects of a healthy life and questions that you may have that you just don't get answered.
Yeah.
You can find out from our health and wellness groups that are coming out, our resource groups. We'll also have environmental health.
Oh.
So taking care of the park, taking care of our coast, organizations from there. We'll have bounce houses and food trucks, face painting.
Fun.
We have a professional face painter coming in.
Okay.
Lots of outdoor games. So if you remember, well, you might not remember, but I remember doing sack races.
Yes, I do. Some of my best days were elementary field days. Like,
there you go. So Crooked River State Park is going to have their own field day. And this is being put on all by volunteers.
Oh, wow.
Friends of Crooked River State Park is in partnership with Family Connection Camden. And we are doing it.
I love it.
We are digging it.
So when is this happening?
So this is July 16th. It's a Tuesday. We have an event that's not on a weekend.
I love this.
It is a Tuesday.
And it's from 10 to 2?
It's from 10 to 2. And parking will be free that day.
So do you just go to it, or do you have to register or anything, or you just come on?
Registration is not required.
Okay.
If you want to be a resource organization, you would have to be somebody that is in a position, an organization in a position to help families of various kinds. So we have food insecurities in our community. So we will have people there that address food insecurities. We'll have, like I said, mental health and physical health.
I think this is amazing that y'all are doing that. I think it's really cool.
Not only that,
what?
Lots of door prizes.
Oh, I love door prizes.
We'll talk about that in a minute. But we have 350 backpacks to give away with school supplies.
Now, I love that.
So we have several partners.
I didn't know y'all were doing that.
Yep. We have several partners that are sponsoring those. And we have collection bins throughout the community in 5 locations. So Kingsland Welcome Center, Bennett Chevrolet, Camden County Fire Headquarters on Gross Road, St. Mary's Library, and Salvation Army.
Love all those organizations.
So we are using the list that's put out by Camden County Schools for what is desired for students to have when they come.
Pencils, paper, notebook, whatever it is on the list. Yeah.
Something that people often don't think about is the needs of middle school and high schoolers. So they have a very specific need. Once they're in middle school, they're expected to do a lot of poster boards to tell a story, or trifolds to tell a story. A lot of students don't have the money to pay for that. So teachers take it out of their own pocket to provide that. So if you are inclined, if you want to do some trifolds, some poster boards, the big thick markers, that would be fantastic. High school level, the biggest challenge is a very specific scientific calculator that they use at the high school level that is somewhere like $125.
Ooh.
So how many families can afford that?
I remember those calculators. I'm sure they've upgraded them, and they
Super
don't look
whammy-dime.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't look anything like they used to. But yes, I remember those.
So that is something that we're looking for, specific items besides the usual pen and paper and notebooks and things like that. So you can certainly email me at friendsofcrookedriver@gmail.com. And I can give you more information for that. You can check our website as well as our Facebook post. And also check out Family Connection Camden. They have quite a few informational things on their website and their Facebook page that it talks about the party in the park.
Awesome.
We'll have some fishing there. We'll have some programming. The Nature Center will be running programs.
So people can actually just come check out everything we've kind of talked about today. Just,
that's right.
Like,
we'll have
come on out.
Mini golf will be open.
Yeah,
you'll be able to do that.
Well, thank you, Dori, so much. I think you've given everybody your information. I think you've got it all out there. So I really appreciate it. Is there anything else you wanted to say before we wrap this up?
I think that covers it. So come out to Crooked River State Park.
There's so much to do. Much to do at Crooked River State Park. Thank you, Dori, for your time today. There is nobody that I know that is more passionate about this than you. And I just love that. I love people that are passionate about what they do.
Thank you, Allison. It's been a joy to speak with you again.
Yay. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Please don't forget to subscribe and check out Crooked River State Park.